everyone. Welcome to today's Sky Racing News, and we're looking forward to Warwick Farm on Saturday and the first running of the $2 million Inglis Millennium. It'll be race 7 on the card at Warwick Farm, run Sydney time at 4:30, and we have a field of 15 lining up. We start with the field for you in a session. Well, it worked this morning for Hugh Bowman. He said the horse gave him an encouraging feel, but now comes up with barrier 14. Dawn Passage, the other obvious favourite in the race, comes up with a far better barrier. Pandano's drawn barrier 3. Biscara, it's been in Sydney for a few days for Lindsay Park. It's drawn beautifully in barrier 2. And Godolphin have got Avon River, barrier 12. On the second page, you've got a few of them there, including Pretty Brazen. It's drawn barrier 8 for Tony McAvoy. So that's the final 15 for the Inglis Millennium. We've got 2 dominating favourites in the race. Dawn Passage off its last start and debut win in brilliant fashion. And a session, as I say, Hugh Bowman rode this morning, gave a real good positive feel, but then comes up with barrier 14. They are the dominant 2 in the tab.com.au market for the Inglis Millennium coming up on Saturday. Another horse with a genuine chance Mark Newnham feels is Blazing Miss. Now, it's on the back up after running on Saturday there at Rosehill when it ran third to Amusement. It did enjoy taking its sit on Saturday, according to Mark. It's come up with barrier 4. The UK jockey Tom Marquand is staying an extra week and takes the ride on Blazing Miss on Saturday for the Newnham stable. Another 2-year-old race on Saturday is the Lonhro Plate, and Time to Rain on the way to the Golden Slipper is going to be lining up for trainer Gary Portelli. It won 2 races pre-Christmas, October and November. It had a good little spell after that. It ran really nicely in a recent trial. Spring Loaded ran in that trial that we saw run well on Saturday, and Tim Clark takes the ride in the Lonhro Plate on Saturday. Time to Rain. Well, the Golden Slipper winner of last year, Estajab, hasn't been seen on the track since winning that race, but now we're only days away. Michael Hawkes has confirmed that Estajab will line up on Saturday. It had 2 barrier trials. The last of those, it went around, but it lost Brenton Abdallah in that trial. But the big key, according to Michael, is just how well the horse has matured. So the Golden Slipper winner, Estajab, back on Saturday at Warwick Farm, and also lining up for Hawkes Racing will be Brutal in the Eskimo Prince. Well, trainer Chris Lees has got a cavalcade of horses heading towards the Sydney Autumn and as well as that Melbourne. Miss Fabulous back on the inside here in the red cap. Gee, it finishes off the last 50 metres or so. It runs 4th, but the last 80 metres was really impressive today at Wyong. Heading towards Saturday week in the Light Fingers, then the Surround. The third up run, the Coolmore Classic, will determine whether the horse is going to have a staying preparation or not. He also told me, Chris Lees, that In Her Time and also Graff head to Melbourne tonight to line up in the Lightning and the Newmarket. And finally, Sun City, the 2-year-old that was one of the favourites for the Magic Millions. It got a leg infection after winning this race, the Bruce McLaughlin, in late December. Forced it out of the Magic Millions. You wouldn't believe it. Tony McAvoy has told us today that the good leg, the near foreleg, has shown some inflammation or lameness today. Further examinations will take place, maybe a foot abscess, but again, it will delay the preparation of Sun City. They were hoping to make it to Group 1 races. We'll just have to monitor that over the next few days. All the other racing news is available on our Twitter page. It's good to be back with you for the autumn. Can't wait for Saturday, Inglis Millennium Day at Warwick Farm.